Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in this verse that the fire, the hellfire, is almost bursting with its fury. Almost bursting with its fury. And subhanAllah, there was actually in the tafsir, Juz' Amma, I mentioned how hellfire has a scream to it. You can say like a scream. I was once on, if you've ever been on a roller coaster, you can hear it from far away. It's like screaming, it's almost like a beast. And sometimes they name the roller coaster that, a beast. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that hellfire, with all its intensity, has a sound to it that you could die from the sound. Everything about hellfire, every sense, you could die from it. It's a punishment in of itself. It's almost bursting in its fury. And then the angels of hellfire, right? You're talking about the gatekeepers of hellfire. They say to the people, كُلَّمَا أُلْقِيَ فِيهَا فَوْجٌ سَأَلَهُمْ خَزَنَتُهَا. Every time a group of the people of hellfire come, another group is coming. It's like the angels are like smacking them and saying to them, didn't a warner come to you? أَلَمْ يَأْتِكُمْ نَذِيرٌ? And I thought to myself that there's so many verses in the Quran that bring up this point. That, and I'll mention some other ones in Surah Zumar. The same thing happens. That didn't a warner come to you? Didn't someone remind you? Didn't someone come to you? Again and again and again. And then they respond, قَالُوا بَلَى. Yes, someone did come. Now and like I said, it's almost like every time you see someone that was so stupid and so foolish and so dumb, and then it's almost like they have a dunce cap on. How could you be so dumb? How could you be so dumb? Didn't a warner come to you? Didn't somebody tell you about this? Why did you have to arrive here? And so their response is قَالُوا بَلَا قَدْ جَاءَنَا نَذِيرٌ. SubhanAllah, I remember, there was once when I was younger, we went to a Muslim camp. And at this camp, all the youth would ask the sheikh that had come, they'd always ask him questions about things that were haram. Is it permissible to go to dances? Yes. Is it not permissible to go to dances? The answer is yes. Is this haram? Yes. Is this haram? Yes. And I remember one brother saying, I remember this very clearly, he said, why is it that everything is haram? Why is everything haram? And I thought to myself, and I remember the speaker didn't know how to answer that, and I learned much later that we only ask about things we know are haram. Why do people always ask about the mortgage issue? Because they know it's haram. They just keep asking it again and again and again. They know it's haram. Nobody asks the sheikh, is it permissible to eat bananas? Does anybody ask the sheikh that? Because they know it's halal. Allah made it halal. Nobody asks that. Everybody asks, is it permissible to go to the prom or the dance? Is it permissible, to drink, and all these things, haram, 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 and so on. And then you think to yourself, not the whole Muslim community is here at a lecture like this. Even online, people listening to this, not the whole Muslim ummah is going to be listening to these lectures. So did a warner come to them or not? Every Salat al-Jum'ah, correct? Every Salat al-Jum'ah. Even let's say someone will say, we didn't know that we had to do this. How is that? Some people, they live in a Muslim country and they'll say, we never knew we had to pray 5 times a day. How is that possible? That you never heard that? The thing is that yes, it was heard, but it never entered the heart. It was heard, but it just went from one ear and maybe it never even went inside. The wax blocked it and it just went and kept outside. Didn't a warner come to you? And something as simple as Jum'ah prayer. Every Jum'ah prayer, the people are getting the message. Establish your salah, pay the zakah, fast in Ramadan, go for hajj. All these statements are being said again and again and again. Didn't a warner come to you? They say, Bala, qad ja'ana nadhir. Yes, the warner did come. But this is the situation. Because so many times people hear a khutbah and hear the message, yet they don't follow it. Yes, we did hear the message. And someone did tell us, فَكَذَّبْنَا. But we called them a liar. They're lying. فَكَذَّبْنَا. This is not true. It's not really happening. وَقُلْنَا مَا نَزَّلَ اللَّهُ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't reveal anything. There's no message. It's all coincidence. I'm in doubt. I don't know. Is this really the truth or not? This is their excuse. Yes, the messenger did come to them. Yes, they were warned. But they just kept falling back on, I'm not quite sure. So let me just continue living my life of disobedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Didn't the warner come to them? Yes, he came. And every time a group comes to hellfire, they're going to get the same question. Didn't a warner come to you? Didn't somebody tell you? Just imagine the thing that you're doing haram or I'm doing haram. Let's put ourselves into that haram position, that moment when we're doing haram. And ask yourself, didn't somebody tell you that this was haram? And of course, if you know it's haram, somebody told you. أَلَمْ يَأْتِكُمْ نَذِيرٌ قَالُوا بَلَى. Somebody did come, and somebody did tell us.